Hey, peep game, right? So, talking about the nine, right? That's a sacred number. Um, uh, in my eyes, it represents ending a cycle and also a restart of a new one, dealing with the 369. So, the thing about that, right? I was just about to turn on a pure tone, those 999,999,999 for the hertz for my cells, right? So that helps reproduction, right? All right. So, but the sacred number nine also low key represents a six, and also represents the three. So the Trinity happened in threes. Three times three is nine. The second cycle equals six. First cycle is three, representing the rebirth. So the thing is, right, the 9-9 energy is like Christ-like energy. But at the end of the day, um, the nine inverted, because that's the system they really use. That's just to look at it another way. The nine inverted, it's also a six. So when you put it upside down, it's also a six. So when it goes back to that, that's 666. Another thing dealing with that is carbon. That's the numbers for carbon on the element on the periodic table, 666. So carbonated beings are connected to carbon, right? So the thing is, carbon is and everything is another element that's in all life, pretty much. So, like your skin, that's carbon, right? Because your color, right? But you really about to see how many colors you really are pretty soon. But the thing is, right? The colors is kind of like representing like how a plant is. A plant change colors dealing with its seed or what it is, first of all. But really, it deals with the lighting it takes. Just like weed, the only way weed goes purple is from different lighting from the UV. It may be longer lighting, but with UV lighting, it's just like the sun. Alright, so now that we're in the fifth and the sixth period, that is the fifth and sixth dimension. So that goes back to the six and the nine, right? Because us being in the sixth dimension, that's still in the sixth dimension. The word dimension is dealing with energy, quantum energy to be exact. So when you invert that six, right, it's always going to play back to the nine because it's 369 energy, right? And the fifth and the sixth is like the middle of the scale, right? Between 1 through 9, 0. So like I said, it happens in 9-year cycles. So like from 1994 to now, that's 27 years. Another word for that is 27,000 years, or another word for that is 27 million years, or another word 2,700 years. So when it comes back to it, the shit only happened like 400 years ago. So that's so from 1994, we've been going into a new dimension. 1994 was the entering of the fourth dimension, but it's always going to happen in twos because that's nature. When it comes to that, that's reproducing a new energy, a new cycle, right? Just like how you come together with like me, if I get in touch with a female, we make a baby, we're creating energy because without the flesh, your spirit is soul, it's magnetism and electricity. Your cells that grows, that make that even allows you to be you. Feel me? That's electricity. Boom. And all them cells is connected to your brain. So your brain connects to your nervous system, right? But you need to understand your cells are made of atoms, and them atoms is all around you. So you're controlling your nervous system. You have the power to control your nervous system, which you do already. Everything around you, that's part of manifestation, right? And other people. That's what makes you uplifting someone and putting someone down forms of magic, because you're on a magical realm. Like, when it comes to that, is metaphysics, biology, chemistry, pathology. Feel me? Is metaphysics. Really, I haven't even went to school for metaphysics, but me tapping into basic science and knowing self and knowing everything around me, that just and coming one with nature, because you realize you are nature by your DNA. When you know self, it helps you know nature. And when you know nature, it helps you know self. It actually makes the connection easier. So you don't really have to look up shit. You just have to go within with your intuition, not someone else's intuition, because someone else's intuition is anxiety. Your intuition comes from your imagination, but not really your imagination. Your intuition comes from your soul. Your imagination is your power, because it's the way you think, it's your perspective. The way you think and your perspective controls your nervous system. And you being connected to nature, you're controlling your nervous system around you, because you're controlling cells, which are atoms. So you're controlling these atoms around you, which is charged particles, part of this quantum energy. Feel me? Power is in you, the force is in you. Yes, it is. You're a son, because you have a soul. So you're a son in a body, period. Right? That's why these foods that's meant for your diet actually helps your cell reproduction. It doesn't kill it off. It destroys the acid. These alchemy foods that builds up acid, makes dams in your rivers. Facts. That's why when you eat fruit, you feel better. Your blood's cleaner. The thing is, I'm gonna keep making this shit, but I don't know if y'all listening. You need to clean the fuck up. Mentally, physically. Clean the fuck up. Mentally, physically. Clean the fuck up. Mentally, physically. I say it for a reason, y'all. I say it for a reason. And if you ain't been listening, I've been really giving you the science of the breakdown. Because I know people have been saying shit, and it be so much. It really is so much, because downloads is really strong. Like, it really be so much. So it's like, it's kind of hard to elaborate on something and stay focused on your topic. Other than that, you just go, right? So that's why you have to connect the puzzle, connect the pieces. And then you have to be your piece and bring the piece. So you can help the other pieces get to their right area. Not just be like, oh, I don't like how you look. Now, most of the time, people who say that shit look in the mirror and don't like themselves. Facts. Unattractive or unattractive. You feel in the same way. I mean, attractive or unattractive, however you look, everyone's beautiful. But at the end of the day, you feel in the same way. So, that being said, I'm gonna hop off.